So I think we have one last thing to talk about. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, we do. So people heard the regs, well, heard the final regs, and took it to be that we have a free hall pass to
Yeah.
not have to do any of these things. We got an extra free year, so
No.
we're okay. We don't have to think about
Does
this. Is
Amanda
that
know what
true?
we're talking about? Okay. In September 15th, we finally got the final regs for Roth catch-up for 2026. There was a phrase in there calling about using, there was a phrase in there, in good faith. And there's a number of people who are reading the phrase in good faith as they've gotten a hall pass, that they've gotten a get out of jail free card for 2026. No, completely ignoring the rules is not the definition of in good faith. Okay. I did have a conversation with other people and with our ERISA attorney to make sure that our thinking was on board. An example of in good faith is the wording on the notice to potential APIs is not clear enough. That is an example of in good faith. Somebody missed early on in the deferrals that somebody was an HPI and the first deferral that should have been Roth catch-up went in as pre-tax but was subsequently fixed. Okay, that's an example of in good faith. Somebody accidentally applied the HPI rules to partners and members and an LLP. Okay, we're not HPIs. That's, I think, an example of in good faith. Okay, a an employer on the payroll system thought they had everything set up as Roth. It was taxed as Roth, but for whatever reason, it went into the pre-tax source at the record keeper. That is an example of in good faith. Just completely ignoring things, pretending to be an ostrich until January 1st of 2027, we do not feel is in good faith. So ends the lesson. In general, the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, and the Department of Labor look very kindly on people sincerely, desperately trying to fix things themselves before it's found out. Okay, so find out what you've missed and correct it as soon as possible. And part of that correction is hiring competent vendors, an active involved financial professional, a top tier record keeping vendor, and a retirement plan consultant, not your ordinary TPA off the street.
I would also say read what your vendors send you.
Well, there is that. Or
If you want something really plain, just read
can
what they sent
Claude
you.
or
So
OpenAI read stuff to you now? Yeah. If you don't want to read, run it through a free AI and have it read it to you. Okay. You're running out of excuses to not obtain the information that's being given to you.
I would like to even frame that differently. Okay. It's just we live in an information age. There is a ton of information. So when you say, I don't know, you are really saying, I did not try. Okay. So
I have no
it's out there.
curiosity.
Do you completely understand it? That's a harder problem. But you can't just walk around saying, I had no idea. I just didn't know that this was going to happen. Because all of the vendors, everybody else is communicating like mad on it and will even more. But it's hard to help people who actually don't read what comes to them. It just is. There's lots of correction programs. We can help with that too, but it's just read your mail when it comes.
Yep.
Sorry. So simple.